Hello, my fellow students. Today, when I join online class Unit 6, Endangered Species, I'm very happy that you can attend. Please turn off the mic while listening to the lecture, and then turn on the mic to answer the questions when you are being asked. To the right of the screen, in the chat box, you will see that I have pinned a link. It was a drive. I posted all the documents we need to use in today's lesson. This lesson is divided into 4 sections: warm-up, pre-writing, while writing, and post-writing. Now in section 1, we'll have some minutes to have a general picture about today's lesson. Part 1, accessing information. First, we're going to read an article titled Endangered Species in Australia. You can find this article in the link drive that I announced earlier. Click on the link attached in the chat box, and then you can see the full version of this article. This is a fairly short article, so you have only 1 minute to open and read through this article. I will also project this article on the computer screen so I can read it with you guys. All right. The title of the article is Increasing Number of Endangered Animals After the Bushfire Disaster in Australia. So, while you're reading, you guys must know about the bushfire disaster taking place in Australia in the late 2019, early 2020, don't you? This is an extremely terrible catastrophe, I have to say so. It not only terrified us with the rapid destruction of vast forests and rare animals, but it also is an alarming signal on the consequences of environmental destruction. I hope that by reading this article, you will have more information about the terrible consequences of these wildfires on indigenous species in Australia. Okay, so now you have 1 minute to read through this article with me. Now I have some questions for you guys. The first question: in early 2020, how many species were added into the emergency intervention list by the Australian government? And if you do know about that, why? Sun Sun, can you give me the answer for this question, please?
Indigo, the Australian government listed 113 animal species that need emergency intervention because the devastating forest fire in 2019 to 2020 has killed a large number of their species and burned down their natural habitat.
Thank you, great answer. And the next question is, can you name some specific species, animals, any names that you know that you can read from this article, which are at risk, high vulnerable? So Lynn, can you give me the answer? I'm gonna give you some hints.
They are koala, platypus, long-nosed potoro.
Yes, long-nosed potoro. That is a really hard name to pronounce. It is a small rat, a small mouse with a really long nose. So we call it long-nosed potoro. So these are 4 animals that are highly at risk after the disaster in Australia. The last question: can you list some statements of the authorities on these issues, and what phrases in those statements that indicate the severity of this issue? I'm going to read it out loud for you guys for all the sentences that include the statements of the authorities on this article. The first one, the second one, the third one, the last one. I'm gonna go through the whole article again for you guys to read. I hope that you already found some phrases that can indicate the severity of this issue. Hương, can you give me some particular phrases that tell you the extreme of this disaster?
Em là cô, ở câu đầu tiên thì có the worst on record. Ở câu thứ hai thì có burned with unusually high intensity. Và reach of extension. Câu thứ ba thì có functionally intense. Và câu cuối cùng có under urgent threat and brink of extinction.
Thank you. You can see that all those animals are under urgent threat and they are pushed toward the brink of extinction. So these are phrases that can tell you, the readers, knowing more about how the situation in Australia and how many species in that area now can be destroyed. Now, to the next part of this presentation, we're gonna have a video to watch. Before you watch the whole video, please think about this question. What are these people doing? How do they feel? Can you guess who they are? And do you really want to join their team? And if you do want, why? Actually, normally, if we are at our school right now, I will have time to ask some students to present your predictions. However, this is an online class, so I think that activity will be really time consuming. So just think about the questions, remember them, and focus on video's information, which can give you the precise answers.
Originally, when we found this area, we never thought anything could have survived, but we have, I think, pulled survivors out of there every day.
Sometimes we're out there spending hours walking through just catastrophic landscapes, hundreds and hundreds of bodies on the ground, koalas, kangaroos, everything.
Every day that goes by, the animals get weaker and weaker, and their organs are becoming more susceptible to irreparable damage. So we need to just continue to get out there as much as possible and get the animals that we know we can help, because there's definitely, we can tell there's some that we haven't reached in time.
After you watch, now you can answer all those questions. Can you tell me what are these people doing? What activities that they are taking part in? Sun, can you tell me?
Indigo, I think they are trying to save injured animals after the forest fire.
Yes. All right. How do they feel? How do the people in the video, how do they feel? How you can see it from their facial expression and from their body language? Can you tell me from the video, Hương?
Em và cô, they look sad and worried.
Yes, spot on. They look sad and really, really worried. They are worried for the future of the animals in this area. All right. And can you tell me who they are? And do you want to join the team?
Em thưa cô, they are volunteers who are working to overcome the terrible consequences of the forest fire in Australia. And I really want to be one of the team member because those activities are highly helpful and have great influence on people's awareness.
Great, yes. So Ling said that she wants to take part in those activities because they bring back great benefits and they have big influence on people around the world about the endangered species and about how people can impact the life of our nature. That's a great answer. Thank you so much for your answer. All right, now we turn to part 2 of this presentation, rewriting. Task 2, revise the vocabulary, and those vocabulary are the words that you already learned in the previous lesson. In the task 3, you can see that we will brainstorm the ideas a little bit and you will have more information about the topic in this writing essays. Task 2, revise the vocabulary. Now we have a game, guessing words. We have 2 teams, Team Princess and Team Prince. You can see the name of members under the name of the team. The rule of this game is really simple. First, 7 vocabulary in wrong letter order will be shown in the computer screen. Pictures, don't worry, they are attached. 2 teams will have to rearrange and define the words. You can define the words in Vietnamese, that's all right. The team getting more right answers, having more points, will be the winner. And remember that the winner will have big gift from me. Now, the first word, anyone just freely raise your hand, tell me the answer.
Biodiversity.
That is the answer from Linh Nguyễn. So 1 point for Team Prince. Great. This is the word biodiversity. Please repeat after me. Biodiversity.
Biodiversity.
Thank you. Please repeat after me. Biodiversity.
Biodiversity.
Remember, the stress of this word is on the letter the. So you need to speak it. You need to pronounce it like this. Biodiversity. Remember to put the stress on the word, on the part of the word the. So biodiversity, biodiversity. Again, please repeat after me. Biodiversity.
Biodiversity.
Thank you Quỳnh. I hear your voice. I hear your voice now.
Yeah.
Great. All right. So in Vietnamese, biodiversity means đa dạng sinh học. That is a great answer from Linh Nguyễn from Team Prince. The next word.
Extinct.
Thank you, Xuân Xuân. Thank you, Xuân Xuân. That is a really good answer. Spot on. 1 point for Team Princess, right? Extinct. Remember that the stress of the word is on sting. So you need to pronounce it like this. Extinct. Repeat after me, please. Extinct.
Extinct.
Thank you. Extinct in Vietnamese means diệt chủng. That is a great answer from Team Princess. So now we have equal point. Remember that the noun form of extinct is extinction. Extinction means sự tiệt chủng. This is only the noun form of the word extinct. This is not really hard for you guys to know, right? The third word, what is this word?
Habitat.
Habitat. Thank you. Another point for Team Prince. Habitat. This is a really easy word to pronounce. Please repeat after me. Habitat.
Habitat.
Yes, please, all the class repeat after me. Habitat.
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 Thank you, thank you. That's a so great answer from all of you guys. So, habitat. In Vietnamese, it means môi trường sống. You can see in the picture, the habitat of humans, of animals, can be ocean, can be forest, can be desert, can be grassland.
Physical features.
Another point for Team Prince. Physical features. So physical features in Vietnamese, it means đặc điểm ngoại hình. In the picture, you can see that animal features cover a wide range of their body's part. You can see eyes and ears and toes, beak and head and wing and even foot and even scales and even claw.
Physical feature.
Physical feature.
Yes, great, thank you. But I want all of you guys to repeat after me, please. Again, physical features.
Physical
Physical
feature.
features.
Thank you, Grace. Great, spot on. The next word, this is a really easy word.
Diet.
Yes, thank you, Sun Sun. Another point for Team Princess. Diet. Diet. In Vietnamese, chế độ ăn uống. This is a really familiar word for you guys. Diet. Please repeat after me. Diet.
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 Thank you. Again, diet.
Diet.
Yes, don't forget to pronounce the ending sound. Diet. All right. So the next word. What is this word?
Population.
Oh, great. Spot on. Great. So now Team Princess has more points. Yes, population. So population, please repeat after me. Population.
Population.
Yes,
Population.
again, the whole class, please. Population.
Population.
Yes, yes. I want to hear more voice from you guys. I want to hear louder voice from you guys. Population.
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 Thank you. That's great. All right. The next word. What is this word? Look at the picture. Look at the picture and you can guess.
Conservation.
Yes, great. So in Princess, you have one more point. So conservation. Conservation, please. Repeat after me, please, the whole class. Conservation.
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 Yes, again, the whole class. Conservation.
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 Thank you. That is great. All right. You need to learn an other phrase. Conservation status. Conservation status. In Vietnamese, it means tình trạng bảo tồn. So you can see this phrase on any kind of websites that show you the information about endangered species. Conservation status. Please repeat after me. One more again. Conservation status.
Conservation status.
Thank you. Great. Again, conservation status.
Conservation status.
Great. All right. All right. The next game is really interesting. Hiding the hidden picture. Now I'm going to show you the rule of this game. Remember that the members of two teams remain as the formal activity. 4 questions for each word. So it means that you have 2 words. So you have 8 questions in total. Each team deal with 1 word only. And I will assign the word for you guys. You don't have the right to choose. With 1 right answer, you open 1 piece of the hidden picture. So if you have 4 right answers, you can open the whole of the hidden picture. Now, this word, I think that Team Princess should start first. Princess, you need to answer 4 questions. Question 1, question 2, question 3, and question 4. For each question, yes, for each question.
Question 1.
All right, question 1.
Question 1.
Is this word a verb?
Yes.
Great, spot on. Question 2, is this legal? Is this legal? Team Princess?
No.
No, yes, this is not legal. Another word, in another way of saying, you can say that it is illegal. Question 3. Does this mean catching or killing animals?
Yes.
Yes, good. It is. And the last question. When someone poach animals, they do that on their land or on other people's land? On their land, on their own land, or on other people's land?
Other people land.
Yes, other people's land. Because in Vietnamese, it means tô trộm. So you can't poach in your own land, right? You need to do that in other people's land. So poach, poach. Poach in English means to illegally catch or kill people. Sorry, not kill people, kill animals without permission on someone else's land. So please repeat after me, poach.
Poach.
Thank you. Yes, great. So this is the picture that Team Princess got. Do you know what animal this is? Em không ai biết đây là con gì à?
No.
Komodo dragons.
Okay, thank you. This is Komodo dragon. Yes. All right, this is the word belonging to Team Prince. So, Hương and Ling, please look at this word. And you need to answer 1, 2, 3, and 4 questions. For the first question, please look at this. Is this word a noun?
No.
Yes, great. It is not a noun. It is an adjective. The second question is defenseless, an antonym for